Welcome everyone to the aftermath of the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. This is Monday Night Raw. We come to you tonight from St. Louis in Missouri. And here comes the WWE Champion, the Animal, Batista. And what a shocker it was to see this man walk out of the Elimination Chamber last night as WWE Champion once again in his career. A shocking moment indeed at the Chamber. The Animal Batista set to address the WWE Universe to kick things off here tonight on the red brand. I'm sure that Batista has a lot to say after his title win last night at the Chamber. And what an ovation here tonight for the Animal. The WWE Universe ecstatic to see Batista here in St. Louis, paying him the utmost respect as he is about to address the fans in attendance and watching around the world. What a way to get things started here tonight on this edition of Monday Night Raw. As we now look toward our next premium live event entitled WWE Payback. Let's see what Batista has to say. That is true. I don't think many people saw this title victory coming. Oh my God, Braun Strowman! Where the hell did he come from? Strowman attacking Batista. There's a running power slam to the WWE Champion. Braun Strowman, of course, wanted the opportunity to be in contention for the title, and he was not, and he has been livid about it ever since. And now he's just laid out Batista. Well, Batista knew exactly what that attack was all about by Braun Strowman. He wants a title match, and he just got one. It will be indeed Braun Strowman taking on Batista at Payback in 4 weeks' time for the WWE Championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing Lucha House Party from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Weighing in at 175 pounds,
Gran Metalik set for action here next on Monday Night Raw, our first matchup of the evening. And Metalik looks ready. But the question is, who will he be facing here tonight on the red brand? We're about to find out. Oh no. Here comes the Celtic Warrior, the United States Champion, Sheamus.
his opponent from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 267 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus!
Well, I don't think this is going to go in the favour of Gran Metalik. Sheamus is obviously amped up after his title victory last night at the Chamber. He was able to defeat Keith Lee in the finals of the United States Championship tournament. And I'm sure he is still amped up from that victory. And he is going to utilise that to unleash here against Gran Metalik. So here we go, our first matchup of the night. It is Metalik versus Sheamus. And the referee calls for the bell. We are underway. And Sheamus out of the gate, going right after Metalik. And Sheamus stomping the hell out of Metalik in the corner. And look at the power of Sheamus. Oh, and now he scrapes his forearm across the face of the luchador. And a second time there for good measure. Shot to the chest. And now Sheamus with a couple of body shots as well. Metalik again sent into the corner. And Sheamus continuing the offense. And there's a bit of trash talk as well. Sheamus now mocking the WWE Universe. And Metalik is in a bad way as this matchup gets underway. Ground and pound now from the Celtic Warrior. And again, the mockery of the fans continues by Sheamus. And now Sheamus setting up a choke bomb. Metalik though with a reversal. Standing shooting star press by Gran Metalik. Metalik trying to get back into this fight, but Sheamus with a forearm smash. Metalik with one of his own as Sheamus went for the knee. And Sheamus, though, bringing the fight back to Gran Metalik. Irish curse backbreaker. There's a second. And the trifecta connects. The trifecta of Irish curse backbreakers. And now Sheamus looking for the Alabama slam. But wait a minute, Metalik turns it into a pinning predicament for the champion. And Sheamus kicks out at one. Metalik now, though, has turned the tables on Sheamus. Sheamus able to counter that forearm attempt. And now Sheamus with white noise to Metalik. Is that enough to put him away? Metalik kicks out. Oh, and there's a kick right to the skull. Metalik again trying to fight back. Kick to the gut. Code red. Is it enough to put down Sheamus? What a victory this would be, but there's a kick out by Sheamus. Metalik almost had him though. Almost caught Sheamus by surprise, and there's a knee right to the skull. And just like that, the Celtic Warrior turns the tables back into his favour. And there's the Alabama slam. And now Sheamus following up by locking in the cloverleaf. Submission manoeuvre locked in here on Gran Metalik. And Metalik may have no choice but to submit right here. But somehow he manages to fight on. Basement drop kick right to the chest. And Metalik went for the clothesline. Sheamus lifts him up with ease. And look at the power here of the Celtic Warrior. What a powerbomb, my God. The impact. The devastation. And Sheamus telling Metalik to bring it. I think Sheamus may be lining up the bro kick. Yes, he was, but Metalik was able to sidestep. There's a knee strike though by Sheamus. And a second one. Right to the skull of Gran Metalik. And now the luchador set up on the top turnbuckle. What does Sheamus have planned here? Metalik up onto the shoulders. Second rope. Sheamus with the rolling fireman's carry slam. And now the Celtic Warrior signaling for the bro kick. Metalik is in a bad way. Sheamus went for the bro kick. Again, Metalik was able to evade it. And now here comes Metalik. Sheamus able to evade that second forearm. And again, Sheamus with another Irish Curse backbreaker. And he once again looks for that trifecta. Nails all three. That is now 6 Irish Curse backbreakers to Gran Metalik. And now Metalik set up as Sheamus with a sledgehammer-like shot to the chest. My goodness. And now Sheamus looking for a powerbomb. Metalik though turns it into a cover on Sheamus. And Sheamus able to kick out easily at 1. Metalik with the open palm strike, kick to the chest. And here comes Gran Metalik. There's another open palm strike in the corner. Can Metalik keep this offense up? Sheamus sent into the other corner and there's a clothesline by Gran Metalik. Metalik stomping out the Celtic Warrior. And now wait a second. What does the Luchador have in store here for Sheamus? Gran Metalik going coast to coast. What a drop kick. This could be Metalik's opportunity. Sheamus is in trouble. Metalik now to the high rent district. Looking for a splash. Sheamus got the knees up. Knees right to the midsection. And now Sheamus into the collar and elbow tie-up. Metalik though with the evasive manoeuvres. Went for the super kick. Sheamus able to sidestep. And now Sheamus sending Metalik off the ropes into the brogue knee. The brogue knee right on the jaw. And Sheamus signaling for the end. Brogue kick right to the chest. Game, set, match. The United States champion gets the win.
Here is your winner, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
As expected, Sheamus gets the win, but what an effort by Gran Metalik. Still to come your way here tonight on Monday Night Raw Women's Division action as Bianca Belair has challenged Asuka to a one-on-one match here tonight. Moments ago here on Monday Night Raw before the commercial break, it was The Way taking on Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. And off that running blockbuster, Austin Theory would knock Danny Burch off of the ring apron and then set up Oney Lorcan for the ATL. Watch the impact. And just like that, The Way was able to knock off Lorcan and Burch here tonight on Raw. Well, Bianca Belair looking to redeem herself later on in our main event here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Oh, and speaking of Charlotte Flair, she's set for action next here on the Red Brand.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Well, Charlotte Flair was in the Raw Women's title Elimination Chamber match last night, but was eliminated at the hands of Bianca Belair. And you know that doesn't sit well with the Queen, Charlotte Flair. That is for damn sure. Tonight, Charlotte Flair is set to face a newcomer here to the red brand in Shotzi. And we are going to see what Shotzi is made of here tonight as she takes on one of the best female competitors here on Monday Night Raw. This could be a career maker for Shotzi. Charlotte Flair, of course, looks to rebound from her loss at the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event last night, where she was unable to walk out with the Raw Women's title and fulfill her promises. She was so confident heading into that matchup, but she didn't walk out with the gold. It was, in fact, Io Shirai that won the Raw Women's title Elimination Chamber match. Flair ready to go here tonight as here comes Shotzi. And oh my goodness, what the hell? She's got herself a tank. Shotzi made quite the name for herself in NXT, but tonight she makes her in-ring debut to the main roster, to Monday Night Raw. And what an entrance here for Shotzi. Charlotte Flair is absolutely gobsmacked by this. I think the entire WWE Universe are a little bit shocked as well. What an entrance by Shotzi. And there is a war cry from the newcomer to Monday Night Raw. And could you imagine what a victory it would be for Shotzi if she could knock off Charlotte Flair here tonight in her very first match on the red brand. So our first women's division matchup is about to be underway. We of course have another setup in our main event tonight when Belair will go one-on-one with Asuka. And already some Shotzi chants breaking out here tonight. As there's the bell, we are now underway. And Flair out of the gate. Shotzi though, oh, Enziguri. What an evasive maneuver there by Shotzi. And now there's a knee to the gut, kick to the gut, another knee strike. And Charlotte Flair in trouble early on. Look at Shotzi go. Drop kick right to the chest. Flair was all tied up there in the ropes. Oh, looking for some sort of kick there, but Charlotte now firing back. Shotzi with another kick to the gut. And now the inverted atomic drop. And wait a minute, Shotzi channeling her inner Jeff Hardy with that move. But now the Queen kicks her away. And now Flair trying to get back into this matchup. There's some vicious knees right to the midsection of Shotzi. Oh, and there's a chop right to the chest. Another one for good measure. Those patented Flair chops just dropped Shotzi for the moment. But she's back to her feet now. And Charlotte looking for something. But again, Shotzi with a reversal. Look at the athleticism. Nice arm drag. Another Enziguri. Connects. And now Shotzi going to work on the knee of Charlotte Flair. And now Flair sent into the turnbuckle. Shotzi nobody home. And now she's tied up to the tree of woe. And Flair with that knee right to the gut. And there's another one to the skull. Flair now in control. Jawbreaker by Shotzi. And Shotzi went for something. Charlotte with the reversal right into the spear. Spear by Charlotte. Here's the cover. Is it enough to put down Shotzi? No, just a count of two there. The matchup continues. And Charlotte now measuring Shotzi, natural selection. Shotzi blocked it. And there's another knee to the gut. Kick to the gut. Forearm. Discus forearm. Shotzi holding nothing back. There's a splash now in the corner. And from behind now, Tiger suplex with a bridge. Is it enough? Almost had her. Oh, big elbow drop there to the chest. And now Shotzi measuring the Queen. What does Shotzi have in store next for Charlotte Flair? Went for the super kick. Charlotte able to counter. Went for natural selection, I think. Shotzi countering back. Another inverted atomic drop, and again Shotzi paying tribute to Jeff Hardy. Oh, and again. Big boot right to the face there of Charlotte. A great performance thus far from Shotzi. There's a couple more kicks. Forearm smash. And now Shotzi looking for a DDT. No, Charlotte with the reversal. And Charlotte with a kick to the face. And now Shotzi sent back into the corner. And now Charlotte Flair dragon screw leg whip. And Charlotte beginning to work on the leg of Shotzi. Charlotte looking for the figure four perhaps. Shotzi kicks her away. And now Shotzi. Oh my goodness, a standing sliced bread. Is that enough to put down Flair? What a victory this would be. But Flair stays in it. And now Shotzi repositioning Charlotte Flair. It's time for a high-risk maneuver. Shotzi may be looking for the ball pit. Oh, but she somehow landed on her feet. And Charlotte right to the legs. Charlotte was able to evade the ball pit. Shotzi landed on her feet. And now Charlotte went for natural selection. There's the question mark kick. Forearm to the spine. And a second one. Flair's down. Oh, but there's a knee right to the skull. Back and forth now between these two women. As the Queen sets up Shotzi, hammerlock DDT. That could be it. The cover on Shotzi for a 2 count. What a matchup thus far between these two. Oh, slap to the face by Charlotte. And now Shotzi back into the corner. There's a back elbow though. And Shotzi went for the super kick, came up a bit short. And now Flair. Uh-oh. Charlotte Flair looking for the figure four. And she's got it locked in. Figure four locked in here on Shotzi. And what is Shotzi going to do? Will she tap? Will she submit? Wait a minute, she's trying to reverse the pressure, and she does. And Flair forced to release the submission. Shotzi again went for the super kick. Flair that time blocked it. And now Shotzi over the top rope, she held on. Big right hand to the face of Flair. And now Shotzi again gonna fly. Flair though caught her into a powerbomb. Cover on Shotzi again for another 2 count. And now the Queen maybe setting up for the moonsault. Shotzi in the drop zone. Charlotte Flair to the high rent district. Moonsault. Shotzi barely evades. And now Shotzi standing sliced bread for the second time in this matchup. And I think Shotzi's going to try the ball pit again. Can she hit it this time? She does. The ball pit connects. Cover. What a win this would be for Shotzi, but Flair somehow gets the shoulder up. Women's wrestling chance. As Shotzi went for another kick, went one too many times to the well. And now Charlotte Has Shotzi up on the shoulders. Backpack stunner. And that's going to lead right into the figure 4. Flair locking it in. Oh, but this time, wait a minute, Charlotte's going to bridge it into the figure 8. Can Shotzi survive this? The damage dealt to the legs must be excruciating right now, but Shotzi is somehow holding on. And wait a minute, Shotzi trying to find out. She does. There's a right hand. Separation made. And Shotzi, look at this. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Mat slam keeping Flair on the canvas. Shotzi now to the middle rope. Shotzi with a Hurricane Rana off the middle rope. Incredible. Big forearm smash, another kick, driving Flair into the corner. And Shotzi this time off the top rope with a Hurricane Rana. And she is firing up. A second wind in this matchup for Shotzi now. Kick to the gut. Sit out facebuster. Is that enough to finish off the Queen? Here's the cover. And another near fall. And now Shotzi heading back up to the top turnbuckle. Here it comes again. The ball pit. Charlotte gets out of the way. Looking for natural selection. Shotzi with a forearm. Another forearm. And now Flair up onto the shoulders and gets planted. Shotzi just driving her knee right into the spine of the Queen. Knee to the gut. Another one. And face first down goes Charlotte Flair. And now Flair set back into the turnbuckle. Shotzi. Wait a second. There's sliced bread out of the corner. Cover again on Flair. Oh my goodness. How close do you want to cut it? That was like half a second away from a victory for Shotzi. Oh, and now Flair lands on her feet. Flair from behind with a forearm. And Shotzi back into the corner for more forearms. And now Charlotte looking for another moonsault. Turns it into a standing moonsault. My God. The athleticism on display by the Queen. And now Charlotte with a chop right to the chest. Natural selection. She finally connects it. Cover on Shotzi. And Flair gets the win. But what a showing for Shotzi.
Here is your winner, Charlotte Flair.
You can't take anything away from Shotzi's performance. She gave that everything she had. But Charlotte Flair, the veteran, walks out with the win. Moments ago here on Monday Night Raw, it was Keith Lee taking on the Brian Kendrick. And off that massive, impactful spine buster, Keith Lee would set Kendrick up for the Spirit Bomb. And off the Spirit Bomb, Keith Lee was able to rebound from his loss to Sheamus last night at the Chamber. It's time now for our main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair set to take on the Empress Asuka here tonight in the main event of Monday Night Raw. Belair challenged Asuka to this matchup here tonight because she feels like her performance at Elimination Chamber was not up to par. She believes that she can do much better. She has to prove to everybody that she is the fastest, the strongest, the greatest in WWE. Tonight she is on a path of redemption as she faces Asuka in one-on-one action. Here comes the Empress.
And from Osaka, Japan, Asuka!
At Elimination Chamber last night in the Raw Women's Title Elimination Chamber match, it came down to Asuka and Io Shirai. And in the end, it was Io Shirai that walked out of that match with the Raw Women's title. The point is, Asuka could really use a victory here tonight as well to redeem herself from the chamber, much like Bianca Belair. What a main event we have got for you here this evening as Belair takes on Asuka. The women's division taking centre stage in our main event here this evening on the red brand. Fans firmly behind Bianca. As there's the bell. Here we go. Collar and elbow tie up to begin proceedings. Asuka. Oh, with a German suplex. And now Asuka with those devastating strikes. Look at the kicks here from Asuka. These two women, of course, are fan favourite superstars. Oh, Belair with a slap. And now Asuka going right off to the leg. Belair, though, with a right hand to the face of Asuka. And there's a spear. Belair's holding nothing back. Face first into the canvas goes the Empress. And there's a standing moonsault by Belair to follow. First coming out of the match and a kick out at 1. Early days still in this contest. As look at the strength of Bianca Belair. Power slam. Center of the ring. Went for the kick. Asuka with a counter. And now here comes Asuka with more of her devastating strikes. And now wait a minute into the knee bar. Submission maneuver here on Belair. Asuka doing the damage to the foundation of Belair, but there's a boot right to the face. And that'll create separation, but look at the damage dealt there to the knee. Belair is in a bad way after that knee bar. And here comes Asuka with the hip attack. Is it enough to put down Bianca Belair? Just a 2 count. And now Asuka getting into position. That roundhouse kick's on the way, but Belair ducked underneath and there's another slap. Right to the face of Asuka. Oh, and Belair burying her shoulders into the midsection of the Empress with that shoulder tackle. And now Asuka is set up against the ropes. Belair with a kick. Asuka's down. Here comes Belair. Handspring. Moonsault. Is it enough? Cover on Asuka for another 1 count. And now Belair from behind. Look at the power. Glam slam by Bianca Belair. And the kiss of death is coming up next, but Asuka saw it coming. Big forearms, more kicks from the Empress. Oh, and there's a knee strike. Belair is in trouble. Asuka, roundhouse kick, Belair ducked underneath again, and there's a forearm smash. Asuka's dazed, hair whip, nobody home. Asuka with another spinning back kick. Hip attack once again. And Asuka this time going to look for the Asuka lock, I believe. Does Belair have a counter for this? Yes, she does. And there's another spear. And this time Belair hooks the leg. And Asuka kicks out again at 1. What does that have to do to your psyche? Your inner resolve. Asuka just kicking out of everything at 1. Oh, face first goes Asuka. Cover again by Bianca. And yet another 1 count. Belair can't get frustrated at this point. She has to stay on Asuka. Keep at it. Went for the drop kick. Asuka able to sidestep. And now Belair sent into the turnbuckle. Asuka with a forearm. And now Belair going to be sent to the other side of the ring. And there's the hip attack. No, Belair was able to evade. And now from behind. Belair pump handle. No, Asuka landed on her feet. Straight jacket German suplex with a bridge. Oh, she almost had Belair right there. Belair only just raising the shoulder in time. What a boot there from Asuka. Right to the midsection. And Asuka again looking for that spinning back kick. This time Belair was able to counter. And look at this. Belair squatting Asuka. Oh, and there's a power slam. And again from behind. Belair lifting up Asuka for the glam slam. And will it lead to the KOD this time? No, Asuka again able to counter it. I think Asuka may have the KOD scouted. Belair might have to try something else as well. Asuka went for that roundhouse kick. Catches another forearm by Belair. And now Belair to the top rope. Bianca Belair with a 450. Asuka got the knees up. Knees right to the midsection. And Asuka again misses out on the roundhouse kick at all. Belair using her braid as a weapon. And now Asuka's in trouble. Belair has her up on the shoulders. Here it comes. KOD. That could be all. Bianca Belair slowly getting into the cover. And Asuka kicks out. The KOD not enough to put down the Empress. And Belair again up high, looking for that 450 a second time. But again the knees, right to the midsection roundhouse kick, no. Belair dodges again. And now here comes Bianca. Clubbing blows to the spine of the Empress. And now Asuka being picked back up to her feet. Went for the forearm, did Belair. But here comes the Empress. Asuka battling back with the kicks. Oh, Belair could be out. Spinning heel kick, Belair could be out. She's made it back to her feet though somehow. And she counters the Asuka lock. Went for the clothesline, there's an open palm strike. What a showing for both of these women. There's another boot to the face of Belair. Asuka taunting her. Went for the forearm, Belair. Firing back. And Bianca again lifting up Asuka onto her shoulder. And again the squats by the EST. Standing shooting star press. And now Asuka being measured up. Bianca with her up again on her shoulders for a second KOD. That's gotta be it. Belair into the cover. Shoulders down on Asuka. Bianca Belair picks up the victory. Redemption for the EST.
Here is your winner, Bianca
What a way to end tonight's show. Bianca Belair redeems herself from her performance at the Chamber. Good night, everybody.